What I have here is a gimbal for a smartphone. It's supposed to work if you had a dumb phone. But this is a Hohem is the brand name. It's an iSteady XE. And there is a little bit of a learning curve to it. You're not going to just grab it, throw it on there and go. So I have a Samsung S22, Galaxy S22 on here. And I have this all set up and hooked up here. My only problem I had with this was that because of the way it mounts, it covers up the power switch. If I go back to my camera here, so it does everything they say it'll do. It pans and tilts and follows, and I did a little bit of a shop walk around here with this a little bit ago to kind of try to learn how this worked. And it has a little button here, handle you could push, and it starts, so you can switch between photo and video. So if we go to video here, and it records, and it will follow around. And it stays pretty steady. I do very, very little photography or video with a phone. It's very rare. I take some pictures once in a while, but I don't usually shoot video with this. I usually shoot video with what you see there. That's what I mean. I use Panasonic GH5. Generally, if I am mobile, I'll use a DJI Osmo little action camera. Doesn't work as well as a gimbal does, but as I said, this has a little bit of a learning curve to it. And the only disadvantage that I've found on the Samsung S22 that I have this in, right here, is that the clamp is right over the top of the power switch. So if the thing goes into sleep mode or something, I can't turn it back on. Not a big deal if you're shooting video and you're staying with it, and pretty sure it's keeping the picture right now. I can see it in my monitor. But it would eventually, if there's no activity, it eventually goes to sleep, and there's no way to get to the power switch. Might be the design of my phone. Other phones are different, I'm sure. One thing you do need to do is make sure your camera is mounted on the left side. So if you have it on the right side, this here will block it, and it doesn't work. Because I tried flipping the phone upside down to see if I could use the open gap at the bottom here. There is a gap at the bottom, and the power switch should be there, but then the camera is on the wrong side. So that doesn't work. But otherwise, everything works fine here. It has a little magnetic fill light up here on top that you can turn on. I haven't charged it yet. I don't even know if it has a charge in it. Well, it's not charged up yet, but we can fix that. Just plug it into the charger. Yeah, it needs to charge. This also needs to charge. There's a port on the side right here. USB-C. It does come with a cable, but doesn't come with a charger. You just supply that yourself. So you can switch between modes, and I'm having to learn some of these, so I've got the manual here. And the default is pan, tilt, and follow. And to change this, you press the M button once. And I guess each time you push it, it will change the mode. Yep. So there's all lock. There's pan and follow. There's POV, which is all follow. So as this moves around, it follows everything. I am impressed with how well this stays steady. If you do too much of a tilt, I'd have to go back to PTF. There we go. So again, this was provided to me by Hohem to demonstrate and test, and I'm new to a phone gimbal. I've used Xiaohun gimbals on my Panasonic GH5, and that's a whole different animal, and it's a lot bigger, and it's way more expensive than this is. And there again, I rarely shoot video when I'm on the move, and when I do, I use my Osmo. I will be playing with this a little more here in the future. But the manual will walk you through things pretty well. There is an app you need to download, and it does need to pair with your phone on Bluetooth. Very simple, very straightforward. That part wasn't difficult at all. So that's my demonstration of this, and I'll put a little video here of me walking around with this. You can see how steady it keeps it. Because generally when you see somebody walking with a camera, you got that bounce, 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 and you shouldn't have that with this. Just walking alongside of some of our greenhouses here. See how steady this will stay. I'm walking at a pretty good clip, and I'm walking at an incline too. Down here, getting out towards the back 40 here. Appears to be staying pretty steady. Okay, I've taken the phone off of here to show you how this packs up. This little part down here, which also doubles as kind of a tripod here because the little feet fold out, that unscrews off the bottom. There's a knob right here you loosen up. This folds down. And they give you a neat little storage bag here, carry bag. You do have to have it folded the right way before it'll go in there. So, put a link in the description on where to get one of these if you'd like to have one. I'm Roger in the shop. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.